It's back. The Mini is back. So yes, as I said, the Mini is finally back on the channel. It's been so long, in fact it's been 6 months. I took it back the second week in January, took it and I got it back last weekend. So yeah, so happy with this car now, it just looks incredible. Obviously I'm going to do a full walk round, go through everything that's been replaced. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm really hoping this camera's going to react. It has been playing up a little bit, hopefully it's going to be okay. So yeah, let's start with the front then. So it's had a new passenger wing fitted. It's had new A panel, new sill bottom, and also obviously as you can see all this has now been repaired. So there's absolutely no rust on the car whatsoever. What else has been replaced? The rear valance on the rear, that's been replaced. So that's all brand new. Yeah, this obviously was the area before, so all this was basically rusty, and this seam, it's just started obviously creeping out of here. That's obviously all been replaced. I'll come back to the inside in a second. What else? I think that's it. It's had 4 new arches on it as well, so a little bit of repair done just down here and a little piece put in there, so there's a tiny bit of rust coming through on that panel. Also as well, just under this tiny little bit, you couldn't actually see it until they took the windscreen off. The seal under it was just starting to rust under there, so that's been sorted. The roof's been painted as well. That's the original colour, because if you look back on all the previous videos, I mentioned there was some really bad scratches basically all the way around, because the car used to have a Union Jack sticker on. They were either taking it off or cut into the paintwork, and actually when they sanded the car down, the line was still there, so they'd seriously cut into that, so there's no way that was going to be polished out. New headlight balls, so the insides of those, because they're under the arch, under the wing, sorry, they corrode over time, so it's had two new headlight balls. That wind is not good, hopefully you can still hear me. Now in terms of what's been painted, everything's been painted except the boot lid. So basically it's been painted up to here, this seam here, and this is still the original paint, and the boot lid is. Now the reason they haven't been painted is because there's nothing wrong with the boot lid whatsoever, and they said if we can match it, and you know there's no difference, we'll leave it. And fortunately you can't tell. So that's all been done. Now in terms of the wheels, they haven't been refurbed yet. The reason is because I got the car back so late, I just wanted to basically get my few little bits on that I bought, get it back on the road and get driving it again. So they are to be done winter time, as well as let's just come around here, as well as the steering wheel and possibly the seats, but I'm not sure yet because that driver's seat's okay. It's just the passenger seat's alright, it's just the driver's seat. But yeah, the steering wheel, because the leather's coming off the top, the silver's peeling off there, so possibly get that done. Okay, so I've got a list of all the bits that I've replaced because it's just easier going through the list. So obviously new passenger wing, mentioned, new A panel on this side, new upper sill, Just to what I said before, it's not the full sill, it's just the upper sill. Obviously the sills are absolutely fine, it's just the upper sill and the rear valance. So they're the main parts that have been placed. As I said, most of the cars have been repainted. Roof, mirrors is done as well. As I said, the only bit is just that little bit above the rear, above the boot and the boot lid itself hasn't been done. So it's had 2 new headlight balls, obviously new stripes, decals, everything. New rear fog light as well. So they took the old one off, it was all corroded, and took that off. And then just a few little bits that I fitted personally. So Cooper badges from the rear. I wasn't a fan of the green mini ones that I had on before, so I fitted those. Them and this is Cooper centre caps as well. Because then it's a Cooper, so I wanted to just sort of show that off a little bit more. I am still looking at getting the covers for the fog lights, but it's just the spotlights. It's just the cost of them like really expensive. So I'm on my hook for a set of those. And possibly a couple of new headlight rings. They've just started to just go at the bottom a little bit. Just a bit rusty because that's what happens to those. So everything else on the car is basically just been taken off and put back on because there was nothing wrong with it before. I think that is it. That's all fun. Obviously, if you look back at the video, God, it was December time. I did everything in the engine bay, so tidied all that up, fitted a few things. I've also fitted as well a new air intake. That was a guy off Facebook who 3D printed them. Really good guy. It's just one of the mini groups. If you search for 3D printed air filter, you'll find those. Can tell a little bit of a difference, a little bit more of a sort of a growl low down. But yeah, so that is it for now. Obviously I fitted the short shift kit as well. That's so much better. Love that now. That's really cool. So yeah, I'm just going to insert a few more shots. And obviously I'm not actually going to go for a drive today because I've got limited time, but I thought I'm going to get this video out. You know, it's back. It's great to be back in it. And yeah, obviously in terms of shows, not a lot at the minute. Obviously with COVID, not a lot's been, I haven't really planned anything. Everything I had planned has been cancelled, obviously, unfortunately, but there's been plenty more videos to come, obviously, on the me. I'll take it on a decent drive. Because it does need a decent drive, to be fair. I've been sat for 6 months, it's only had a couple of short games, so it does need a really decent drive. Blow the cobwebs out a little bit. But yeah, that is it. So as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Massive shout out as well, I would say, to IK Classics. Just unbelievable job. The paint work is just, you've probably seen the photo, them little clips there. It's just unbelievable, the job they've done on this car. Yeah, I'm absolutely amazed. When I saw it last weekend, I'm like, wow, this is, yeah, just can't get over that paint. So yeah, massive shout out to those, big thanks to those. It was a big bill, but it was worth it, absolutely worth it. Because the attention to detail is, you know, it's fantastic. So yeah, I'll drop the link to their website below, but check them out on Instagram as well a little bit. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe as I said. Play more videos on this car, and yeah, cheers guys.